Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. In front of us we have the Prunus J-156. This is an AM, FM, Bluetooth, MP3 player, shortwave, portable radio. It currently retails for $19.99 at Amazon USA. I'll have links in the video description and comment section if you so desire this radio. It comes in a plain white box. They got their sticker on there. There you go. Took everything out. Let's see what we get. So in the box, get the star of the show, the 156. It'll look kind of familiar, and I'll explain why in a little bit. We have a charging cable, USB to USB-C. Awesome. And then we have a user manual. Rockin. Let's go ahead and open that up. We have a little information here in the bottom if you want to contact them. Let's see, there you go. Precautions. Something to read. And stay safe. It's a radio. I don't know how much you get in trouble. Well, there's a lithium battery inside of it. So yeah, you should read that. All right, what we got here? We got product information. Everything in one shot. In case I missed something, but I'll cover most everything, I think. There you go. Going on here, there you go. So it's got a built-in 18650 battery, and it also can take 2 C-cells. I'm not sure why they went the C-cell route, but they did. One of the few radios out there that takes C batteries. Brand new. Yep, so there you go. We're almost through with this. Alright, great, you get the idea. It's got Bluetooth, awesome, MP3 player, supports up to 64 gigabytes. Nice. Alright. And the back here, we have a headphone jack, which is surprisingly really good for this radio. Love it. Okay, after sale service. Boop, boop, boop. All right. Get that out of the way. Toss that cable aside. All right, let's go over the dimensions of this little bad boy. So we have a length of 6 3/4 inches. We have a height of 3 3/4 inches with the handle down. With the handle extended, it's 5 1/4 inches. We have a depth of 2 1/8 of an inch from front to back. For size comparison, I always have my little culprits. To my left, we always bring out CC Pocket. Current time is 11:55 p.m. That's Central Standard Time. I'm near Chicago, Illinois, USA for the sake of the band scan. It is January 2026. Here we have Skywave 2. Idea. C-Crane, yeah. Rock on. Okay, you get the idea. If you don't have those, we always have a standard deck playing cards. Iron Man! He's the man with the master plan. He loves Prunus radios from, can you guess it, China Land. Ding, 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 ding. It's China Land. You get the idea, right? Iron Man loves tuning his radios faster than you can, man. Anyway, that's deck of cards next to the radio. Gives you a general idea what's going on. All right, so you're looking at this radio, and if you're a long viewer of my channel, you might recognize it as the Wenzarray D219. Yeah, pretty much the same radio, except different writing on it, of course, and we have a reddish-orange indicator there versus a white one. So, is the white one better? Probably easier to see. This kind of set back there in a darker color is a little harder to see, but different color indicator. That's about all I could find on the radio that was different, but I still tested it the same to see if any of the internals had changed. And not that I could tell, but mostly the same radio. But it's good that Prunus is carrying it because Prunus will definitely keep this radio in circulation for much a longer period of time, which I'm glad for. Because when they get a model they like, they sustain it. So let's look at this bad boy. So on the left-hand side, it's got this nice matte black finish. I like it. And for the price, it's put together pretty well. Our handle, as you can see, is attached to each side there. Nice. Going to the front of the radio, behind here we have a plastic speaker grill with a 3-inch speaker. Prunus J-156. All the fun stuff there. It's got this design pattern on it. Cool. FM AM shortwave. You can see the scale here running in a vertical format. We have FM 88 to 108. We have the AM band 530 to 1710 and shortwave from 5.6 to 22 megahertz. That is a pain to tune, just letting you know. It's quite a bit of range, and yeah, the way it tunes makes it a challenge. We have our volume on off.
Play by TF card.
You get the idea, right? Tuning knob there. Top of the radio, a lot going on here. Let's go over it. So USB thumb drive support for the MP3 player. Underneath it is MP3 activity or Bluetooth activity. This will flash blue when it's activated. Micro SD card slot where it sits pretty flush. I like that. It's not above the button height. Great. We have 3 buttons here. We have a back track, forward track, pause play, and mode select. So the pause play, if you press and hold, will let you change from your micro SD card to the Bluetooth if you don't want to take it out. So that's good to know. This forward button's a little wonky, so you might see me pressing it a couple times to get it going. I took the radio apart to see what's going on. I think it's just a switch maybe, but I'm not too worried about it since it still works. Headphone jack. So Headphone Experience. Pretty awesome. Kind of, on an inexpensive radio like this, I'm pretty impressed. It's the same with the 219. It's the exact same. It's fantastic. No hiss. You have volume even at really low levels. I like that. So if you like listening to really quiet music, very, very quiet, you like to sleep with some music playing, with earbuds or something, or some type of pillow speaker, it's so good at low volumes. I love it. When you get this with FM, Bluetooth, or MP3, expect heavy lows, moderate mids, and moderate highs on the headphone jack, which is nice if you like the bass. It has it. AM and shortwave has a low neutral tone, which is awesome. The only thing we don't have is stereo, which would be a nice feature with the MP3 player. Yeah. We have the USB-C input with the charge status indicator. Turns red when it's charging, turns green when it's finished. That's easy, right? I noticed about a 0.5 amp charge rate. Switch here, MP3, FM, AM, shortwave. You just select it. There is no hidden shortwave band, so if you think there is, there isn't. You can't get between AM and shortwave. It actually disconnects the circuit and reconnects the circuit. It doesn't do anything in between. Just a different way of doing it, the way they got this little micro switch. Our antenna here comes up and swivels, which is handy. Nice, full directional here. And that extends out to 14 inches. And of course the handle folds back. Nice. Picking it up by the handle here. On the back of the radio we have a little sticker there. Prunus J-156. And then behind here we have our battery compartment for the C-cell batteries. Let's open it up. So tight fitting. So there's no access to the 18650, though you can change it. I'll bring up a picture here of the 18650. And as you can see, it's behind the board. You have to do some work to get to it. And it's soldered with wires. So you could probably put a different cell in there. I'm guessing something with tabs, and solder your leads onto that to be safe. So there you go. All right, so yeah. As you can see, now I don't think there's room to move the 18650 here. It might be, but sometimes the C doesn't give you enough room. The D-cell battery bay does. But if you try to use a holder with the batteries, it probably won't work. But unless you have something different, it might. But there we go. Yeah, 2 C-cells. I don't know what they were thinking there, but I think it's just the width of the radio. All right, in the bottom, got little feet. All right. So let's talk about reception report on this radio, and then we'll get to tuning it. So reception report. FM did pretty well. So I do 5-tier method, fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. This scored a 3.5 star rating, good to very good. It found about 68 stations. I think I pushed it up a little bit to 70 because I was finding some in between. It was quite interesting finding faint stations. It found a bunch. I also give it a 3-star rating on selectivity. I give it a good as well because it does latch on to stronger stations, but still great on FM. Daytime AM. It's good on locals and some semi-locals. I did notice a little bit of a crackle on some of the strong stations. And sometimes you could detune it a little bit. It would go away. So not a huge deal breaker there, but do expect that if that's something that bothers you on previous radios you've owned. Not a big deal. Hopefully it'll show in this video. It may not. During the daytime I noticed it. Shortwave, I found about 9 stations. That's average. It is very tedious to tune this band. I'm just letting you know tonight, if we're tuning it, which we're going to try, this little part right here, it is very tedious, and I might miss quite a bit. So it took me a while to find those 9 stations. So it is what it is. Inexpensive fun radio. That's what I call it. So let's go ahead and turn it on. We'll do some royalty-free music. Maybe check out the Bluetooth, see if my phone connects to it or not. And yeah, we'll go through the bands, all 3 bands. So let's go ahead and turn this baby on. All right. So down here.
Play by TF card.
You'll never have the sacred stone. Oh, this you crazy mother.
explanation for everything. But I don't think that goes where Irma Peterson is concerned. Why do I say that? Well, a few minutes ago, I told Irma that in the Arctic Circle, the nights are 6 months long. And Irma said, gee, when a girl goes to a dance, her mother must say, be a good girl and try to get home before July. Normally those things jolt me, but tonight I'm too busy addressing a stack of...
So there you go, some old-time radio. All right, so let's see what's on Bluetooth. Okay, so we'll go up here.
Play by TF card. Bluetooth mode. Connected.
Okay, I have no idea what's going to happen, so let's hit play.
A girl got on. I would have sworn it was Janet, but she claimed it was the wrong number.
Well, maybe she was trying to get in touch with Sheppy, and she got frightened when she heard your voice.
Could be, but I never thought Sheppy was her type. This is the place. I just can't believe that he...
What's the matter? Unlocked?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just as I figured. Well, I guess...
Reef and beef package combines juicy steak and fresh seafood for the ultimate celebration. With the reef and beef...
So it's all my recordings through the Audio's Play app on the $29 Motorola smartphone that I have. It's pretty cool. So that's the Bluetooth rocking. Okay, so let's go ahead and go through the bands. Let's start on the AM band, hear what that sounds like, and then we'll go to shortwave and finalize with FM and do our final thoughts on the radio. So let's go ahead and switch over to AM. There's FM, AM. It's a little tiny switch. There's shortwave. There's AM. Okay. So with AM, you don't raise the antenna. You just use the internal one. So this is me just turning the radio. Okay, let's go to the bottom of the band. Go through really quick.
The revolution.
Yeah, we're coming to your city.
Rockets the ball with a chance to win it, and it would be Tari Eason with a tip-in.
Of evidence that Lane didn't believe that Ole Miss was capable of doing this without him there.
The other pieces, he is expecting to consider two public safety measures. Correspondent Terry Williams reports.
He didn't believe it was possible to do what Ole Miss is currently doing without him, or else he would have stayed in Oxford. That's the piece.
Easy private property. Rejecting the idea.
Interest, maybe we should change our name to Hasselist Plus. Find an employee-free showroom near you at Hasselist.com.
Respect. It isn't partisan. It's what America deserves. At News Nation, we welcome all sides and perspectives.
Welcome to News Nation, where we push past left and right and get reasonable.
In 2026, as we head toward the midterms, trust News Nation for the most balanced, fact-based election coverage that respects all of us.
That's what we do.
News.
For this year. Mitch, what do you think?
Buckles, my job is to cut through the talking points and the distractions. You know what's happening and why it actually matters. Think of me as your politics to English translator. Every day on Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
At Odyssey, we believe in creating a diverse and inclusive workforce.
De gloire, en Haïti. Alors, ils en parlaient beaucoup, et puis moi, dans ma tête, je me demandais qu'est-ce qu'il faisait, puis j'étais fier de lui sans le connaître, en intermédiaire des parents. Et alors, moi aussi, je veux aider, je veux sauver des vies.
But the poor dog suffered. Okay? The mayor of New York City, they are possible 2028 candidates, AOC.
To identify what we ought to do.
The Jazz, who suffered their fifth straight loss overall, their longest losing streak this season. SGA getting the shot.
Because before 1930,
in front of us, right in front of her,
someone that cares about you, thinks about you, helps
too. I think utilities might be
It's the best in our hearts.
Bring all the money. The same thing. We certainly know that housing and office.
Wrong. 5 years old.
I think this has to be AI related.
Economics is one great example, right? But they leave out the biggest part of the equation, right?
Kind of quiet towards the top of the band. Okay, that's the AM band. Sounds kind of weird. Yeah, it doesn't like have really strong steps. It just has this kind of like swishing in between. So it works really good during the day. At night, it's a little trickier. You're going to have to go back and forth and look for strong stations. As they fade, it's going to just do that weird swishing out sound. But that's what it is. So let's go to shortwave. That's even more fun. So bottom of the shortwave band. All right. Rock and roll. Okay, I forgot to mention MP3 player, current track only, no position within the track. Some people ask that. I'll probably have a pop-up for that. My future me will probably put that in there. Shortwave, so yeah, rock and roll. I gotta hook up a wire, otherwise I'm not gonna hear anything. So, yep. I'm in a subfloor basement. This little wire helps. Just clip it to your antenna. This will improve reception dramatically. This is a Kato T1. I'll have links for it in the comments section along with the radio and the video description. People always want to know, so there you are. This is going to the window blinds. Alright. Picking up something at the bottom. That was loud.
Being used. The Greek word for to watch. Agro.
I love you, Lord, and
you go to
barely touching the wheel.
Along the way, those photos rescued and painstakingly restored after being severely damaged in the floods of 2002 have now been brought together in a newly published book, Around the World, the Flooded Photographic Diary of Jiří Viktor Daneš. And with one of its authors, historian Tomáš Pavlíček.
So you can see it's really difficult. So you have to have a lot of patience. I had something there. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, that's WWV on 10 megahertz, and I think the accuracy, it's pretty good. I actually had to change. It wasn't before when I first got the radio. When I took the radio apart to show you that picture of the battery, I was able to adjust it, so it's not hard to adjust. You just move the belt with your finger. First you tune it to a station you know where it is on the dial, and then you take the radio apart with 4 screws. This front comes off, and then you have access to that little band, and you can move it with your finger to where that's supposed to be. Then put it back down so it lines up with the encoder knob on the inside. So yeah, it works. So 10 megahertz WWV, Fort Collins, Colorado, 890 miles west. Alright. I'm going to stop there, shortwave. There's not much more we're going to find. Okay, let's go to FM. That's where the fun's at. All right, and of course, yeah, locals on AM. So we'll go down to the bottom. FM. Let's see, we got MP3 player. There's FM right there. Okay.
Happy times, like pins and dimes.
So this is nice. This is 8775, and it's tuning it in perfectly. Fantastic. I like hearing that. But yeah, and I got this dial lined up pretty good on FM. So, yep.
I have not. For everyone who listens with an open heart.
The worst, most difficult year of our marriage was that year in Georgia.
In illegally ceasing to do, actually.
Well, the UK was among the European nations that defended, issues.
Hi, I'm Dr. Randy Carlson with...
Probably can't hear it, but that's 90.9. That's a WDCB jazz station that I haven't been able to pick up lately with my radios, but this is picking it up. Good.
I know. That I don't recognize. I go ahead and I will transfer on to that person
And the U.S.
Is definitely what I do. Listen live to Power 92 on your phone by downloading the free app, which is available in the App Store.
is just where you listen to K-Love for 30 days and see what a difference it makes. Hey. Come find me. Breathe well, you live better.
Up ahead in the distance, we've come.
Number 1 in successful emission repairs from the north side of Chicago.
And that time, well, this chick got up and she...
KLoveOnDemand.com, featuring Leanna Crawford and...
This is Chris from Ryan Collective. Story of these songs.
Somebody say in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. There are idols. Well, you know I go for one, and I start to feel like bomb. Hey, Daddy, who's that? And before, and she move like a ball, do what I can only imagine that you could have done. You already know.
104.5 WSLD.
WSLD 104.5. Interesting. What I don't hear too often.
Limited edition rock and roll up your sleeve Blood Drive 26th anniversary t-shirt. Text BLOOD to 815-874-21.
Figure takes a month. Just dial pound 50. Say Mike. I thought was your relation around.
there's FM, quite a bit going on there. There's a lot. As you heard, a lot of faint stations too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, glad I showed that in the video. Let's go ahead and disconnect this and do what I like about the radio, what I dislike, and my final opinion. So let's go ahead and lower that. Box in there. It's fairly flush. All right. So there we are, the J-156. What do I like about this radio? I like its compact size. Yeah, they kept it pretty small. Being able to use C cells, yeah, I guess it's better than AA's because you'll get some good runtime from a pair of C's. It's just harder to find these things. What, are these expired yet? Yeah. Nice. Had those for a while. Maybe that's when they were made. It must be when they were made. I'm thinking. Hope so. I don't know. But yeah, compact size, headphone jack, it really is fantastic. Just is a great experience. Probably one of the best on an inexpensive radio. I like it. MP3 player is nice on here. The Bluetooth is handy. Cost, $20. It's not bad. Bright speaker tone, I like that. It's a 3-inch speaker and it's got some good tone to it. Definitely room filling. Dual power design. Yes, you have an internal 18650. You can't replace it easily, but it's just by design, though you can change it. It's very easy to get into this radio. Like I said, just 4 screws. Comes apart, very simple. And you can get to that backboard there. You just screw, take that PCB out of the way, and you can get to the battery. But only do it if you're familiar with replacing lithium batteries. If you don't know, don't even attempt it, just to stay safe. There's just, yeah, you've probably seen those videos, right? Where they do different things that you're not supposed to do with a lithium battery. Yeah. Anyway, what else do I like about it? The FM reception. Yes, amazing. And built-in handle. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, so tuning LED would be nice. This is my dislikes and wants. Tuning LED on the front would be great. Or some type of power indication on the front. Yeah, that would be a really nice thing to have in case you turn it down and forgot you didn't turn it off. And you're running these C-cell batteries because these aren't cheap. Yeah, unless you're using rechargeables, I guess. Better shortwave tuning. That shortwave tuning, boy, that's hard. As you heard, it was like, it has to be a really strong station for it to come through. If it's faint or weak, like most shortwave stations are, they fade in and out. Yeah, that's not going to be a fun experience for you. So they need to improve that. And the crackling on medium wave, you might have heard it. I think I heard it once on a strong station. It's not really prevalent. It's only on a few stations. Some of your strong ones might come in perfect, might have a little crackle to it. That's something they can look into. So yeah, overall, it's a clean design with good audio, especially on the speaker and headphones. It's amazing. This gets a recommended buy at $19.99 because it's a good overall radio. I really like it. If it's on sale, even better. So if you want, wait till it's on sale because when the Wensbury D219 came out, it was $10. But that was like when it first came out, and it was out 2 years ago. I can't remember. But yeah, it came out and it was like $10. But then the price now has gone all the way up to $15. So if you're wondering, that's where that sits. Prunus will probably realize this radio is competing with that radio, and will probably lower the price on this. So with that said, wait for a sale and get yourself something awesome. I like the Prunus label. Like I said, they keep making these radios on and on. They tend to keep their models in stock for a much longer period of time. Kudos to them. So, yep. If you enjoyed the video, give a big like. If you like the radio, give a big like. 2, if you'd like to see more inexpensive radios from Prunus, hit subscribe to the bell icon, get notified of future ones. I think I have another one coming up. Or a few. They seem to release a radio every day. It's pretty amazing. You guys know that. And 3, comment down below what you think about the Prunus J-156. Do you like it? Do you have the 219 from Wensbury? Wensbury. The P is silent, I think. But yeah, if you have that radio, let me know. And this one, I think it's pretty similar. I don't have it. I can't find it. I don't know what happened to mine. I might have donated it. I donate some of my radios to Goodwill. But yeah, if you are wondering that, let me know in the comments section what your experiences are and what you are going to do. If you're going to pick one up or not. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And we'll see you in my next awesome video.